Welcome to Wonderland Sweden. My name's Rebecca and I create educational tools with the help of my XTool P2 and Creative Space. Don't forget to share, like, subscribe to my channel. Okay, let's begin. I'm trying to draw some triangles, and what I'm trying to do is to get them into the center. I've got the latest version, or even the version of XTools Creative Space that's not even out yet. So basically when I go into align center, it just refuses to do it. I have no idea where it's getting its align center from, but no matter what I do, it doesn't find the center. So I'm going to redo it for you just to show you how I did. You can see it's not in the center. It feels like the distance from the top to the middle triangle is the same as the distance from the bottom of the bottom triangle to the triangle in the middle. I think that's what it seems to be the middle of. So I've just drawn a new triangle, so I'm going to change that to 70 millimeters. And what I did was I wanted it to be rounded on the edges, but not too rounded. So instead of drawing another triangle, I did an offset. So we just have a little bit of rounded. Because otherwise, if I drew another triangle, then it doesn't have the curved edges, unfortunately. And I really want the curved edges. Not too much, but a little bit. So when we do align center, you can see. So I think the triangle, like I said, the distance at the top and the bottom between them are the same. But you can see that the distance on the three corners are not the same. I'm just trying to work out how to do it. So I was thinking, okay, test the theory of making copies and then rotating it on top of each other. I'm sorry, I've said it before in my videos that my cursor's not very good sometimes. But you can see what I'm doing. So I'm doing a circle, a square, and this is my triangle. You can just see that it's not in the middle. Needs sorting out. Yeah, so I have the idea of making another copy and placing it over the top. And then I'll be able to work out where the middle is. My maths isn't very good at the moment today. So let me think. I don't know what the formula would be to work out what the distance would be, as soon as it can't work out the middle itself. This software is not the same as Lightburn. There's no way to just do a line to measure from point A to point B. You can do it by drawing a physical line, or sometimes I draw a rectangle just because it's easier if I want to measure a distance between one and the other. Obviously, if it's a straight line on the vertical or horizontal, then you can just use the X and Y axis. And for some reason, when I pulled this down, it had another copy underneath, which is totally strange because it wasn't there before. And it does it again in a minute on the other one. So yeah, so I need to work out what the middle is. So you can see I kind of rotate it. Didn't get the right angle. So I'm just going to make another copy. Rotate it myself and then I can see. So I change it onto different coloured layers so then if I do accidentally let go with my cursor, then I can just choose the layer and the colour. So here you can see that they're not even close to being the same shape. So it seems like it's not an equilateral triangle from the start. So I wonder how I could solve that. That's what the problem is. But yeah, align center of those 4 triangles, it's not even close to being the center. So I worked out why it's doing that, and I guess they need to fix the software, because what it is the triangle actually becomes a square, because it takes the top measurement and the bottom measurement and draws around it. So it's like the perimeter of the area. And what it is that it finds the center of the square. So it is actually technically right. The 2 squares, you can see from here now that the 2 squares are actually in the center, but the shapes are not in the center. So it needs to be a different formula. But that sounds like a really complex thing for the computer to work out. But it needs sorting. So I'm just trying to guess when the middle is. So if I rotate it a third, you can see in no way is it going to actually fit on top. For me, it really, really doesn't matter in this design, but it would be good to know that it's not an equilateral triangle.